Shout out to Kamala Harris and Joe Biden for getting the Democratic ticket together. It is 7 p.m. East Coast time, Wednesday afternoon, which means you're on the Fighter Share Report. Hey, my name's Brew. This is the Badger. What's going on, Badger?
I can't call it, bro, man. Just it's hump day. It's the middle of the week for us, so we ready to get our therapy on, man. We got some interesting things to talk about. This is the more mature and regimented and segmented part of the Fighter Share platform, so I'm ready to get to it, man.
Thank you for reminding me about that whole mature regimented thing, because sometimes I forget and stuff like that, and then when I forget, I don't remember. So let's jump into
it. That was a good one, bro. That was a good one. So first things up, man, as usual. On my grind, brother.
OMG. What's on my grind? Who's on that grind today?
Man, looks like Eddie Hearn and Golden Boy who was on their grind. Ryan Garcia, Luke Campbell. Right. Sounds like it's official, like a referee with a whistle, man.
Signed, sealed, delivered. Hey. Can't wait to see that one, boy. We've been waiting to see Ryan Garcia for a minute.
Yeah, we've been waiting to see Ryan Garcia against some real competition. Mm-hmm. Luke Campbell's a vet, tried and true, 20-3, has never been stopped though. So even though Ryan Garcia got them fast hands, it's going to be interesting to see if he can put some thump behind them punches. Luke Campbell's a tough customer, man. He's a brick. So I like this fight. It's stylistic. Campbell's going to be there. This fight tends to favor Garcia because he's the quicker fighter, both on his hands and his feet. But it's something to be said about stepping up to level of competition. This is Ryan Garcia's first four-way up. Could be kind of tough. What you think?
What they say in the 5 heartbeats? We shall see. We shall see. I think Ryan Garcia's skills will translate as long as he stays mentally sharp and fundamentally sound. I believe his skills will translate into stiffer competition all the way up to a title.
Wow. Hey, yeah. We always talk a lot about Ryan Garcia on this platform and how we like him. I mean, we want to see the kid, rise to potential. We think that his social media could definitely be leveraged a little bit better than what they tend to do over on the Golden Boy side of things, but that's not our problem. But I would like to point out that Luke Campbell, 3 losses, Lomachenko, Jorge Linares, and who was the third loss to? Lomachenko, Linares, and I can't think of who the third loss was to, but with that being,
those 2 losses, you can lose to a cupcake and it don't even matter, because those 2 losses are major.
Right, and both of those guys are former world champions.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, those 2 losses are like experience on your resume.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. So I'm looking forward to that, man. I'm looking forward to that fight. To me, that's going to be as good as the MMA version of, I knew I was going to forget it when I said it. Never mind, because it was the last 2 when the 2 Brits got together on Fight Island. Luke Rockhold and, Darren Till.
Okay.
It's going to be that type of just back and forth fight. With Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell. I think it's going to be a very good fight. I mean, obviously the styles are different, MMA and boxing, but you can see the tenaciousness between each fighter. I can see, because that fight between Rockhold and Till was very tenacious, and I can see the same thing when I look at Campbell and Garcia. It's going to be a very good fight. It's going to be one of those that you probably enjoy all 10 rounds if it is a 10 round.
Yeah, it'll be a 12-round fight, if I'm not mistaken. I think. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe it will be a 10-rounder because it's not for a belt. You're probably right.
I was gonna say, we got a strap.
yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, I don't think either one of these guys have, and they're not fighting for anything vacant. So yeah, I like the kid, man. I really do. But I want to see him tested. Luke Campbell is the right test for him. Good for Golden Boy for giving himself in competition. He's calling out the big names. He's calling out Javante Davis. He's called out Devin Haney. He's called out all these people. So now we finally get to see him against some stiff competition. And this is going to be a temperature check to see where he really is. If he doesn't perform well, this is going to be bad.
Yes.
This is going to be bad because it's almost like, where do you go from here? Because Luke Campbell he's that gatekeeper. I mean, anything above Luke Campbell is damn near a title fight in my eyes, especially in his weight class. So, I mean, I don't know, man. Looking forward to it, though.
It's going to be good. I believe it will be good.
So as we segue to our next part of the show.
Segue.
Meanwhile, man, what is your boy Adam Silver doing in the NBA? Bro, talk to me. Tell me that they're not finna start letting people in the bubble. This has got to be ridiculous, man. Listen, you are the belle of the ball right now. You're the only major sporting event to get this right. What are you doing? Help me learn me something, bro. Tell me what we missing here.
You've got people leaving the bubble, right?
We had a person leave the bubble.
Right. Without any explanation, just leave the bubble.
Well, okay. All right. The explanation was there, but it was everything. Well, it was the death of a family friend. So that was the purpose for leaving the bubble. Now, when he got out of the bubble, he didn't go directly to pay his respects and come back. He kind of wanted to hang. So in your defense, you're right, leaving the bubble, but that was not the reason why he initially left. Okay, go ahead.
So now you have to start thinking, okay, is this going to happen again? Instead of drawing the hard line and saying, okay, you can't come back in the bubble until you quarantine for 14 days or, a certain period of time, now you're going to start letting other people bring people in the bubble. You're going to give into the murmurs. I think Adam Sandler, it's funny I said that. Sorry. I think the commissioner.
Don't cancel us.
Adam Silva, I think he's showing a lack of spine on this one, bro.
Ooh, lack of spine. Please elaborate. So I thought you were going to go somewhere with it, but you stopped a little short. Do I need to pick it up? Do I need to pick up where I thought you were going? Okay. Where I thought you were going with this was, we can't control who they're in contact with if they leave the bubble for whatever reason, but we can kind of control who comes in. We make sure everybody's tested, make sure they're not, showing any symptoms or asymptomatic, and then we let them in.
Okay. Here's where you open Pandora's box. You got LeBron James, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I won't use that as an example. Somebody gonna say, man, you wishing bad things on him. We'll just say a superstar.
Yeah, a superstar. Okay, gotcha.
A superstar who he wants his wife and children in the bubble.
Okay.
What happens if when they test his wife, she tests positive?
Then she doesn't get in.
Right, but now he's going to want to get out to be with her.
Well, here's the catch, and I would like to think that maybe this will make sense. You can't be with her anyway. You're playing. She's not sick, for whatever reason. Let's just say she hadn't already beat it and nobody ever knew, right? But she has the antibodies. She's showing you a pop positive if you test, if you come in contact with her.
You say that now.
We're wrapping up the season. The playoffs are about to start. This is important. This isn't the regular season, so maybe we can put this on hold for the month until we finish this thing out. Because if you go home and be with her and you come back and test positive, now you have really hung your team organization out to dry because you're not around for playoffs. And rules are rules.
It's easy to look at that as black and white right now, but you've been in that bubble for a couple of months now, and you're talking to her, you're FaceTiming her. Maybe she had like a slight cough or a little cold. You didn't pick up on anything like that, but now she tests positive. You don't know how long she's had it. You don't know how far it's progressed or if it's progressed at all. But in your mind, the man says in you, the husband says to you, the father says to you, I'm the protector. I need to be there to make sure my children are cared for, at least get things set up and then come back. I need to make sure she's getting the proper care and at least get that set up and come back. Things I cannot do from whatever you use, go to meeting or whatever you use, Zoom. I can't do all that from Zoom. So I need to be out of the bubble for a couple of days to get this set up. I will get tested. I will make sure that I'm quarantined from her. But common sense would say your kids have been around her. You can't be around your kids.
Yeah, and I wanted you to finish your thought because my point would be, for one, you're right. You've been in this bubble, a couple months. What's one more? Two, I like what you're saying. from a symbolic perspective, but literally speaking, you can't do anything. And if you are in the NBA, and not forget, use the example of superstars. That's about 5 to 10 players max. You have all.
You go to that. You say you can't do anything anyway, right? So why leave the bubble? So when I lose a family member who's passed, can I bring them back?
No, but the problem is when a family member's passed, you only get one chance to pay your respects, your formal respects. That's at the funeral.
Paying your respects to
the person that passed and the family members that are still alive of that person.
Right.
So I like what you're saying. I like what you're saying from a figurative perspective. But again, if you're an NBA superstar, like you said, you have all the resources in the world to make sure your wife and your family are protected.
And you can go see your family members when you get out of the bubble.
Listen. It's different because when someone dies, there is a formality. Now, yeah, we logically know that the person that you're mourning is not there. We get that. But from a symbolic perspective, no one wants to miss the funeral, i.e., which is why I used to let prisoners out to attend funerals of certain family members. You don't want to miss that. That's just a respect thing. But I get what you're saying. We're going to move on. Hopefully they don't mess it up too bad because it'd be a shame to lose anybody once you get to playoffs. That's just a bad situation. I would have liked for Silver to stay out of this one, but hey, it is what it is.
They got it right. They maintained the bubble the whole time.
Here we go. This is the part where you get beat down every week.
Whatever.
The best UFC trilogy ever. Are we going to witness that Saturday with Miocic versus Cormier?
It's funny. We've had some good trilogies over the years.
We have.
The best. It's gonna be ranked up there. It'll be ranked up there. I don't know if it will be the best, but it will be interchangeable with the top three. Because I do believe the first one just shocked everybody who didn't really know Daniel Cormier. The second one shocked everybody who was watching it up until the fourth round. So this one, I think is going to be good. I think this one it'll be worth the price of admission. And like Cormier said in the interview this week, he wants to ride off into the sunset with that belt. And Miocic, same thing. So it's going to be for all the marbles. There will be no more number 4. This is the rubber match. This is Ali Frazier 3. This is everything this is Riddick Bowe Holyfield 3 wrapped up into 2 lumbering heavyweights who are actually not lumbering. They're both athletic, and they want to go out on top. They know there's no more for either one of them. They want to go out on top. So yeah, I think it could.
Well, I'm taking a different take on it. It's the best trilogy in MMA history for only one reason. Both of these guys are considered hands down the 2 best heavyweights to ever do it. The other trilogies, you had guys that may have moved up a weight class or 2, maybe they had a loss or 2 in between. Daniel Cormier's 2 losses are to the best MMA fighter in the history of the sport as we know it right now. No one's gonna, some people will say, his 2 losses, 2 of the 3 were to John Jones. Most combat sports fans and MMA hardcore fans will tell you that we're not going to argue with you if you say John Jones is the greatest MMA fighter ever. Now, some people make a case for GSP. Some make a case for Silva. Some even try to make a case for, what's my boy name? Early on, early days. Anyway. So, yeah. But all of those guys... Either they have moved up or they had already suffered a loss prior to, even if it was a fluke loss or what have you. These guys are the real. Miocic was undefeated. His reign was something that we had never witnessed before at the heavyweight division.
Undefeated with the title.
Exactly.
He wasn't undefeated.
Miocic, what is his record? You sure?
Find that.
I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to let's not misquote things. So fact check me on that.
Keep talking.
But we know that Cormier only had 2 losses. Both came to John Jones, the GOAT. So when you look at these 2 guys, you're looking at probably, and most people would agree, the 2 best heavyweights to ever do it, which by and all means makes this the best UFC trilogy ever. Heavyweights always take the cake. We know that. In any combat sport, nothing beats heavyweights. Everybody want to see the big boys get it on. And that's not taking it from anybody that's not heavyweight, because everybody's great. But it's something about heavyweights in any combat sport, whether it be boxing or MMA, that's the people that everybody want to see.
That's true. That's true. I'm looking, bro. I think I'm looking, trying to find the record.
Okay.
And I honestly, this is going to be, unless something fluky happens, this is going to be a really great card as far as the heavyweights go. The card itself, I've already said, I don't think it's a really good card. Overall, it's okay, but it's one fight that's going to get people,
And you are right, bro. Stipe has he has 3 losses, 1 to Cormier. I am trying to find the other 2 losses. But yeah, you were right. Right. I was wrong on that one.
Built him as an undefeated heavyweight. He was an undefeated heavyweight champion. He was undefeated with the belt. But no, I remember he had a couple losses coming into that. But it's going to be, you're right. It's going to be one of those things. It's going to be hard to say that it's not the greatest trilogy in UFC history.
Yeah. So I'm looking at it here. Junior Dos Santos was 1 loss. And wow, Stefan Struve was a loss back in 2012. That is interesting.
Well, people grow,
Yeah, but I've been around Struve. Struve was a Titan fighter. He is the 7-foot guy that I was always with Lex. Oh, yeah. That you see with Lex from, and it was a TKO back in 2012. So 8 years ago, Stefan Struve, who was not even, I don't even think Struve's fighting anymore. And Struve has 12 losses. So I completely bite my tongue on this. But you're right. People grow.
But it's billed as.
Yeah, but we know how we like to deal with facts on this show. I don't like the billing and how they portray it. The facts are he already has 3 losses.
Here's what you got to be careful of with the UFC. They say he's defended the heavyweight title more than anybody else in heavyweight history. 3 times, bro. He defended it 3 times in a row. This is the difference between, one of the big differences between boxing and MMA.
Yeah.
And especially the UFC. The UFC turns statistics into what they need them to do, need them to be at the time. Like my father-in-law used to say, figures never lie, but liars can figure. So it's just how they turn it around to sell tickets. Now, Stipe has been a good champion, but if Cormier beats him twice, I don't see how you can label him as a future UFC Hall of Famer. But that's another.
Listen, it's not even a debate because I agree with you on that. That loss to Stefan Struve does not age well because Struve never did anything.
He was just big.
He was 7 feet tall. No, literally, he's 7 feet tall.
Can't teach that.
But the loss to Junior Dos Santos now, we're okay with that because he's is he the longest running heavyweight in UFC right now?
I think so.
Yeah, he's been around forever. So that loss is okay. That Stefan Struve loss hurts him. But nonetheless, I think both agree this will be a banger. Hey, a fight's a fight. We can't take anything away from both of these men. They're both champions, so we'll see how it plays out.
I want to see it. I want to see this fight.
So now for your part of the show, where you get to spew your taste of ignorance and ratchetness that we love. We love it.
That's why I come down to your level.
Yeah, you stoop down and get hit down in the pig slot with me. So nobody knows the difference. So that way nobody can tell the difference between us. So let's see what you got.
I think the hat gives it away. All right. You see what we're looking at?
Looks like a pool.
All right.
Okay. And there's some melanated people in the pool. Okay, go ahead. Let's play it.
All right. Now, I want to tell people who are non-melanated to understand this is what happens when melanated people feel like they could be held accountable for something. This is the disclaimer I want to put on here, okay? Couldn't have been me. I'd have been just like the rest of the melanated people in the pool. Here we go.
Oh, whoa, okay. Now, wait. First of all, this might be one of the greatest CBMs you ever picked. I needed this today. Now, my first question is, I have so many questions here, but I'm gonna ask the first one first. And I'm tripping over my words here because that didn't even make sense. Here's my first question. Why did we get out of the pool? Like,
why did anybody help him? And the big one that couldn't go fast.
Listen, that was what I was getting at. The man has no legs. So why are we getting out of the pool instead of someone helping him in case the worst happens? Now, obviously, this man did this because he can obviously swim.
Right. Why are we panicking?
But yeah, why are we getting out? What if he sinks to the bottom? We're not going to help. I have so many questions about this, but that is the reaction that we normally give in situations that we're not comfortable in. I.e., when we hear a noise, anything that sounds like gunfire or any type of weaponry, we usually tend to do what? Run first. We run, and there is not a group siren that goes off. It's almost as if we are a herd. It's like an instinctual thing for us, right? We go back to the plains of the Serengeti, like the gazelles and the zebra, right? We hear sound, everybody break camp. We all leave it. We'll worry about we'll worry about why we ran when we stopped running.
And we run in the other direction. We don't run towards the noise.
Never that. No.
Oh, bro.
This was great. This is a great CBM. I enjoyed this one. I have so many questions I have to ask off air, but this is wild. Where was this, by the way? Do you have a location?
No. Let's see if he gets a ride back. Nope. We got somebody with an inner tube leaving. They could throw the inner tube to him. You'll try to help him out. Nope, they're leaving. Look at the big guy walk right past him. Walk right past him.
Oh, man. Hey, bro, that was dope. I got to give you credit. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, that was the best part of the show today. That was hilarious. I have never witnessed anything like that, bro. I would have been there in real life. It couldn't have been me because I just don't think I'm running from a guy with no legs in the water.
Right. But he made it over to the side, which let you know he was okay. He was like, I think the music got to him. He'd been sitting there and nobody talking to him, and because he wasn't a man, he was a kid.
Did he roll himself over there? Or was he pushed?
No,
you sure?
Yeah, I took it down. I would run it back again. Yeah,
I mean, I'm just curious because he was rolling pretty good when he hit that edge and flew over. So I'm just trying to make sure. Okay.
It wasn't one of us talking about, I'll push you to the pool. No, he actually rolled himself and launched himself out of that chair. Yes.
Oh boy.
That was incredible. That was incredible.
Listen, that was a great job by you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You know,
and that plus the segment before allows me to put up turnover chain, let people know who's winning right now. I want to know. Listen, bro, I just had an interesting dinner. I ordered these things called nugs. They're vegan chicken nuggets. And I ordered them because supposedly most of the people who were doing the test were meat eaters. And they said they taste really good. I ain't gonna lie, if chicken tastes like this, I see why we always eat it.
For the record, everybody eats chicken, bro. Now go ahead, proceed.
I don't eat chicken, bro.
No, you said why we eat it. I mean, were you meaning us as a culture?
Yes.
Okay, and my response was everybody eats chicken. Now go ahead.
No, we seem to eat like it's part of our ingrained. Anyways, I would recommend these.
I got some Spanish people that beg to differ, but go ahead.
Right. But the European culture.
Okay.
Even in Spain, when the Moors came through and laid pipe everywhere. When you start looking at the reason why I wouldn't recommend them to everybody, especially to men, because it does contain some soy protein, and soy in men creates estrogen. So that's why I stopped eating soy years ago. But I didn't realize it when I got them. I look at the ingredients, but I didn't see it on the website. But when they got the package, and I'm looking at the package, it says contain soy protein. So be careful with them. It's not like I'm gonna eat them a lot, but they seem to be really tasty and crunchy. And I made a really good dipping sauce for them and put them inside a King's Hawaiian roll that had been heated up with some butter on top of it. And yeah, that thing was
You know how to piece it together, don't you?
fire. Yeah, I didn't get fat by accident.
You read my mind.
And look, I knew how to cook before I met my wife. So that's right. Part of my charm. Well, I always had a date in college.
Hey, sell it, brother. Sell it. Sell it. I ain't mad at you.
My dad said, if you can scratch your pan, you can scratch your bottom. I'll leave it
There
right
you
there.
go. There you go. I like it. I like it. Words of wisdom by a great man.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, he is a great man. Look, his birthday's coming up. So I had to get him something special.
You gotta tighten up. Gotta tighten up.
Oh, man. What? Don't even put that chick's comment on there, man. And of course,
You know what? I'm quarantining.
oh, I thought
How you doing, though, shortstop? You good?
fun size.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to give a shout out to Jennifer for chiming in, but definitely want to give a shout out to my wife, my daughter, my mom, the Red Belly, my dad, my brother, shout out to my biological brothers, and you too, Badger. Give a shout out to you. Keeping it up.
I appreciate it, bro. And you know, man, I just want to give a shout to everybody in Fighter Shirt Nation that's checking in and chiming in with us and giving some active participation. Shout out to Shortstop for checking in on us. Listen, man, check in with your people. It's hard out here. Alone together is so played out. But still check on your people, man. A lot of people are suffering right now. So make sure you tap in and just ask how you doing. Like I said, just ask how you doing. Sometimes it'll make a big difference in someone's day. Shout out to Miss Paige Van Zandt. News of the day, signed with Bare Knuckle Fighting, not Bellator. Bare Knuckle seem to be making some moves. I don't know what they got going on, but they signed Paige Van Zandt. I might have to start paying attention to Bare Knuckle Boxing. Yeah, I said it. Paige Van Zandt. It's a done deal.
Does Paige realize she's pretty?
She won't be after this. But hey, she's chasing a check right now. Let that woman be great. Let her make her money. In the meantime, shout out to all my entrepreneurs out there, man. It is real. The struggle is real. We're going to keep this thing moving. Fighter Shirt Nation. We appreciate y'all. Out of here. Peace.